into the fall.
Jomboy and Jake are today. Big baby David produced in a way. They got you covered with sports and news. They might give you the daily blues. It's time for Jomboy and Jake Radio. Jomboy and Jake Radio. Jake sucks.
Bravo! That is a hell of an intro song. Good job, Boobach and the Somebodies. Great. Do you like that version better?
Aaron Hoskins is
Aaron Hoskins?
Aaron Hoskins. Aaron Hoskins produced by Boobach, I think is the way it should be.
Well, Boobach wrote it and
I
sings
think
it.
it's produced by Aaron.
Yeah, Boobach wrote and sang.
He sang?
That's Boobach.
That's Boobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Voice of
I didn't
Danger.
know. That's why I want to give proper credit. Hey, easy. Put the guns down.
Same voice as
Literally,
the
if you're in the streets.
If
If you're in the streets, put the guns down.
put them all down.
Fuck, man.
No need to be walking around with guns out. This isn't Arizona. Jesus.
Jomboy and Jake fucked my mom today.
That's the you got to that version's only available
Yeah.
on LimeWire.
It's one of those Nelly for radio tracks.
How you doing, Jake? Good song, Boobach and Aaron Hoskins. Aaron, can you tweet at me and give me permission to call the band
Nope.
Boobach and the Somebodies?
No.
If you do,
I cannot.
all right, because it's great.
Hoskin boobs. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. I'm doing well, Jim. Tuesday's gone with the wind, as they say.
Tuesday's gone with wind. It's a great song.
Yeah, for good reason. And yeah, we're here, man. I don't know. Still, I think there's a weird waiting for the next baseball peg to drop between the owners either coming with a new proposal, the owner saying we don't want to play baseball, whether they're blaming that on money or Corona, kind of waiting for the next step to happen, because it's the create your own storybook, whatever the next peg dictates the next peg. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. Got home a little late last night, hopped on with the Rockies podcast I'm friendly with, talked a little baseball, some Yank stuff with them. They're doing cool stuff, man. They got a bar.
The
DNVR. They've
have
got a
their own
bar in Denver.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they've the whole upstairs. They produce stuff, and it's a really cool concept. They did the draft live. I think I mentioned that to you, and they were airing it in the bar.
That's cool.
So yeah, that was cool. And yeah, it was good to talk baseball with those guys. But got home a little later. It was pretty pooped.
What do you mean? What time did you do it from here?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So got back around 7:45, 8. Had a little dinner. Threw on some Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and I think someone commented on it when I posted that I was enjoying it, that they were like, yeah, the storyline just goes awry, and it completely does. I mean, it's some of the purest chaos in a show I've ever seen, but they still mix in some good jokes, and I mean, that's all I'm there for. So
I tuned out, but I watched the movie that came out, which is a Choose Your Own Adventure.
Right, and I think we're building up for that at the Apex. So I'm doing all right. Got had a Kind bar for breakfast. Made my own coffee. Went across the street to go to CVS to get frozen sausage to put in an omelet.
Yeah,
I like meat in my omelet,
Nice.
even if it's kind of gross.
Bodega frozen sausage.
They didn't have it.
Okay.
CVS. And so I bought some cereal, which is kind of a sin in our household.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting a text from Jessica soon saying, like, you bought cereal in an angry tone. And then we'll get back and see the damage when I get home. But, yeah.
Nice. I'm looking at webcams for BBD here.
Sure.
They have separate monitors now that include a webcam, so you don't have to buy like a PC monitor and then attach one on top. So I might just get this. I got to find the... I don't know how big we want it. We want it pretty big for you, so you can like.
Oh my god.
BBD's a window hound. We gotta make it so you can have like 2 up at once.
Bloodhound.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Well, Katie decided she wanted to crate train Dukes.
Sure.
So
Back on the crate
So
train.
it's his first night sleeping in a crate alone. So I slept on the floor next to the crate. Because I went to sleep early. I was brain dead yesterday. I don't know why.
I was pretty brain dead yesterday, too.
It didn't feel like we did a lot. We did 6 shows. That's normal.
We did a lot. It was a big day.
I guess so.
It's a
But
big
yeah,
day.
Katie was looking at me. She's like, "You're brain dead.
Yeah.
Come on, go to sleep. Go to sleep." And
Yeah, Jess gave me like 3 tasks when I got home, and it was just like
yeah.
not even like generic guy coming home from work. Like I just worked. It was just like
Yeah, it was like Katie told me to do
Ugh.
something and I didn't respond, and she couldn't yell at me for being on my phone or looking at my
Sure.
laptop or listening to something. I was staring right at her,
Right.
trying to listen. I was like, what? So, yeah, I don't know why I was brain dead. Anyway, so we go to sleep. Noodles, your dog.
My dog.
Mac, Dukes, we put him in the crate, small crate because you're supposed to do that.
right.
And like put the blanket over the crate so it's dark, and
Home.
you know he's just crying and shit. And I'm like, dude, like I totally get it. Like this is what kidnapped people feel like. Just fucking thrown in a cage in the dark. Like
Little
I
bit.
totally understand why you're crying right now, dude. But if we take you out, you've trained us instead of us training you.
Right.
So we have to be strong here. So as soon as we put on the TV, we watched like some show, and he was quiet when there was noise on. So we left the TV on faintly for him, and then at like 12:30, just wailing. So I went out there and I laid next to him. I was like, shh, just like making noise.
Right.
And then I fell asleep right next to it. I had my hand on the cage. He just hit his hand on the other side. We were like, boy in the striped pajama stuff.
Sure.
So then I go back to bed at like 12:45.
Right.
2:30. Whoa. And I know he wakes up at 2:30 because he's woken me up at 2:30 before. So like just wailing. So at 2:30 I went back out there, put pillows on the ground, slept on the hardwood floor until 5. Then I took him out, and then I've been up.
day was there.
It's weird because I got up early, so I was like, cool, I got a head start on the day. But I was so non-responsive or slow moving
Right.
that I actually was late today. And also we were out of coffee, so I had to go to the bodega and buy coffee. That sucked.
That is a thing, by the way. The like get up early and you've done stuff, and then when that time appears on the clock that you're supposed to be operating and functioning, that you can't do it.
Yeah, I have a set of rules.
Sure.
So when I'm doing morning at the house, my clock is
Check
like
it out.
I wake up, I take Dukes out, and then I'm back inside and I just fuck around I either read my book or I research for morning.
Sure.
I have to be in the shower at 7:30,
Okay.
and I have to be at my desk at 8 because it takes me about half hour to set up morning. And then I want to start at 8:30.
Right.
So like I don't know how I got delayed today, but it was because I was mush brained. So everything was just a
mushed.
tad bit slower.
You got mushed is the delay. Yeah. The crate train net has been worth it.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He's getting better. We watched a lot of like puppy training videos, and there was some stuff we weren't doing that now I want to implement.
Okay. Add it to
Dude.
the list.
Katie put on this video, and she was like, "Don't like this guy's a nerd, but the video's good." And
Sure.
Luke and I were like, "Okay,
Here we go.
here
Yeah.
we go. This guy's a fucking
Forgot
nerd."
about the puppy video times. Those
And,
are exploratory for
Great,
sure.
great puppy training video.
Yeah.
Dude crushes it, but he's such a nerd. Like I
yeah.
said, like the fact that this dude doesn't have braces is amazing.
Ooh. Kind of rude.
Totally rude, but
Extremely rude.
I'll see if I can find it for you
Okay.
and show you it. And like, no, but good video. So like every time he runs up to us, we're supposed to make him sit before we pet him at all
Sure.
and give him a treat. So like, we'll find that.
Treats. A lot of treats, people.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
Dude, I don't know if we're doing this in news or whatever, but the Chris D'Elia stuff's wild.
Yeah, I think it's here. It's here. It's, I mean, officially canceled?
No, because nothing
I asked around, and I've gotten officially canceled.
from who?
Like Tom Piccolo, Poons.
It looks bad right now,
DVD.
but he's not going to go to jail or anything
Okay.
because, yeah, from what we know. Anyone doesn't know, a girl came out and was like, I can't believe they cast Dalia in You as a pedophile, which is the second role he's played as a pedophile. He's
Right.
in Workaholics as one too, because he preys on young girls and like DMs them and invites them to the shows, and they're 16, 17-year-old. And then from there, other girls were like, yeah, I
Right.
have these too. I have these too. And so it's just tons of DMs and stuff. And then Luke was like, because Luke loves Dalia. So
Right.
he's like, this sucks. Like, I don't want this to be true.
Sure.
I love him. So Luke was like, there's only like 5 girls. Blah. And Luke's not trying to like be,
Sure.
but he's just
crunching the numbers
processing
on
it.
Crunching the numbers.
And I was like, yeah, but the main girl was getting DMs from like
yeah.
droves.
It's the funnel.
And she was shoveling them out like anonymously. So it looks bad. And my main point is there's nothing he's been charged with. I don't think right now there's nothing to charge him with. But he DMs girls and he's 40 years old right now, I think. So
Something like that.
last 5 years, these are all these last 5 years, so 35 plus. In at least 2 or 3 of the messages, he says, how old are you?
Right.
And Luke said, he asked him how old are you? I said, Luke, if you're 35
Right.
and you reach out to a girl and then you ask,
Yeah.
how old are you? You're a predator.
Yeah.
Because you only go after people who you have to ask their age. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that alone is kind of like, nasty.
Yeah. Pretty cringe, as the kids say. Yeah, and that's maybe that's the message to pass on to the young listeners, is that the numbers, I don't know, you go to college and okay, you're a senior guy, hook up with a freshman girl or whatever, and you're like, okay, there's an age gap there, and then you grow up and you know some of your friends' parents, someone's 10 years older than them, and you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, when it's kind of funny. You get to the back end of the 20s or hell 30, and then 21 gets really young. And then if you start doing more of the number math from there, it's pretty gnarly pretty quick. It's just different brain lengths and things like that, and it's not good. So it's not looking good for Dalia.
No.
Yeah.
His I never listened to his podcast like start to finish, but I would go to clips and I'd laugh.
The YouTube.
It's very acquired, like, you got to be, it's his own thing, which is credit to him. But he 2 months ago, he did a whole, so this is what I rabbit holed this morning. I was just reading all the forums, reading all the information and all these clips coming out. That is a little unfair because once you have the final puzzle piece, or you think you do, then you go look at all the past puzzle pieces and try to make them fit, but some naturally fit. And 2 months ago, he did like a whole spiel, has no pedophilia in Hollywood, and stop saying this. There's no Pizzagate. It doesn't exist. Hollywood's the same. And it's 2 months ago. Before any of this, all the comments are like, dude, why would you defend this so hard?
Yeah.
Like, clearly there's pedophiles in Hollywood. Like, fucking clearly.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, why are you defending this so hard? Like, this looks bad, Chris. Like all the and this is 2 months ago. So it's funny. This is the kid, and who I said, it's just like, wild he doesn't have braces.
That's tough.
You see
I was
what I'm saying,
expecting
though.
a lot worse. How old are they?
I don't know. It's half
I
joke.
think that person's
I think
older
it's
than you think. Like, they probably had braces.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably like 35. It's a half joke, but I think there's some.
Did you have braces?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you and that guy. BBD, did you have braces? I feel like we've done
Yeah,
this.
yeah. We do
Got
the
bad teeth.
Bad teeth. BBD.
Honest conspiracy theory stuff. I think
Okay.
the braces ruined my teeth.
Okay, I'm in on that.
but we don't have time to dive in on
Yeah,
this
I
show.
can. I'll die on that hill with you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Great puppy training videos. Real good job
Good.
at him.
Give him a shout out.
What's
His
his
human
channel?
name besides
Zach-
looks like he
Zach-
should have braces.
Zach George's dog training revolution. 2.6 million followers, so that
revolution.
dude's fucking rich.
ZG. So you're fucking rich then.
We don't have 2.6 million followers.
He's got. I thought you said that one video.
No, subscribers, 2.6 million.
Good for him.
Yeah.
How do his videos do?
This one has 54,000.
Okay.
Let's see. His last 3 haven't cracked 100. But he's doing 12-minute videos. So
Net. He's doing okay.
he did such a long ad. Me and Luke were getting so mad. Like, finish the ad.
Yeah.
Stop dragging out this ad.
That's pretty funny. And we'll
get there. Sorry.
Well, no, I think no, we won't. And I think that's the funny part that I was just going to tell the people is we do crack the curtain back. And a lot of these places ask for like a 3-minute YouTube ad.
Yeah.
And you're like, it doesn't work like that. We don't.
A lot of
work
people are like,
that.
I love that you guys don't have ads on your shows. And it's like, well, we're going to have ads on our shows once we find advertisers who understand our rules.
Yeah.
Like we've turned down tons of companies because they want to do like 3-minute ads. We're like, no.
Show how our dog toy works.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when we care about the audience, not to be like all smarky or hallmarky or whatever the hell you would say, but like
tell them David Georges doesn't care about his audience. Georges David. What's
you know
his
what
name?
Zach George. I don't know, I got off it.
Georges.
He probably has a lot of people that subscribe when they have a puppy and then they stop watching.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Zach Georges is like 2 weeks.
Can I tell you something that might make you happy?
Please.
Llewellyn's in the chat.
Love Llewellyn.
Yeah.
God.
Hi, Llewellyn.
I'm canceling Dalia. I'm over him. Kind of over him anyways, but and if you're gonna play 2 borderline pedos and then go on pedo rant,
and he calls all his fan base like babies, and
like it feels like you're a bad guy that had that extra leash,
and he's from Hollywood,
and then kept seeing how far you could push it.
like his dad owns downtown LA. You know,
I'm good. I'm good on Dalia.
Yeah, there's something else about him I wanted to say before we moved on. I forget. When he did hit, it was funny. I didn't like his stand-up. But I thought his podcast was funny. I didn't think his stand-up was funny.
I never got into
all his bits were like about young drunk girls. And he has another bit.
Well, hey,
another one that people talked about where he has a quote like, "Teenage girls don't exist anymore. They just go from 14 to 25.
I
Like
bet.
every young girl just looks old." And it's like,
Seems like that's part of the problem.
if you're 35 years old and you slide into another girl's DMs and you even have to think about the question,
Right.
wait, how old are you first?
Yeah.
You just get out of there. Like, don't even send that because it's time for you to get out of there.
Probably, yeah.
I think that's like the biggest sign.
If you got to double check.
It's crazy.
Not great. Not great, Bob.
Anything else? You want to go to the sports?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Ooh, so loud.
Jim, let's start with Major League Baseball today because it's where the good news lies. First note, 6 to 8 MLB owners say they don't want a season. Think about that for a second. They own a baseball team. They don't want a baseball season. Jesus Christ. A lot of NBA news. Kyrie Irving suggests to his teammates in a group text they should start a new league. There's been some rumors that that's false, but there's been other rumors that Kyrie has actually brought this up earlier. So it's actually kind of a fun conversation. I was surprised. It's easy to rip on Kyrica. NBA announces their hotel plans for their bubble. Looks like a cool adult, I don't know, camp getaway, something like that. There's an anonymous hotline for violations of leaving the bubble. A lot of dumb jokes around that. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's pretty good.
Fucking LeBron just left. LeBron just left the bubble.
I just saw LeBron James at Chick-fil-A. NFL, go check out Talking Giants. Aldrick Rosas, the Pro Bowl kicker, hit and run. The Giants are having a pretty brutal PR offseason. And then Las Vegas will host the 2021 Pro Bowl. A couple players with good Vegas tweets.
Good stuff. Thanks, Jake.
I think I saw LeBron James left the bubble. He can't play tonight. Bye.
LeBron is walking to the parking lot right now. He is. Oh, wait. He's just picking up some food from a delivery driver.
I think he's
Okay,
French
never mind.
kissing what looks like a homeless person.
But they're in the bubble.
Out
False
of the
alarm.
bubble.
Oh, okay.
They're on the fringe of the bubble.
Yeah,
I can't tell.
Guys, it's another boy in striped pajamas.
Still have to
situation.
do
LeBron's in the
social
bubble.
distancing.
Making
within
out
the-
through the fence. No one knows the rules there.
If there's a fence, does it count over the fence?
Through. There's metal
Through
and
the fence?
metal and tongue.
Just kissing metal then.
Well, two tongues licking each other. There's metal in between.
Did you
Have you and Jess given each other like
Kiss?
hello and
No.
goodbye kisses with both wearing masks?
I think we've been we haven't done too much of that. A lot of our mask humor has come via dog.
Okay.
It's usually giving the dog a kiss or putting a mask on the dog and then kissing him and then fucking him silly. Ooh, and then that's where my Dalia stuff comes in a couple years later. Did he really have sex with his dog?
Yeah, you made a lot of dog sex jokes.
I know. I would be in a bad spot.
If it came out that you fuck dogs.
Yeah.
They'd clip this. They'd be like, this was a puzzle piece.
How did we not see it?
Damn.
I wouldn't do that to Noodle. He is beautiful.
You didn't rule out all dogs. You just said Noodle.
I don't see a lot of other dogs.
Okay.
I've seen Dukes. Like, you can't see people right now or
okay.
animals.
Katie and I have done the hello and goodbye kiss, like both with masks on. It's
Nice.
very weird.
Mask kiss.
It's very weird. Where do you want to start? The bubble news. There's like so much in it. It feels like the anonymous hotline's funny. Obviously, NBA announces hotel arrangements based on seating. That's kind of really fun news if you're in camp and you're like, who are we with? Who are we with?
Yeah.
You know that's happening.
Yeah. And it's fun. I mean, they're trying to set it up to be as cool as possible because that's the NBA. So they're like, yeah, we're going to have a 2K setup where guys can game. We're going to have DJ sets coming through. And I just think it's funny that I think the players are like, we don't care. Like,
We're going to have DJ sets coming through? They said that?
Yes. BBD?
They're like trying to sell their players on how fun this is going to be.
Yeah, they're giving like a summer
bringing
camp
in
pitch.
like gaming systems for them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're allowed to bring their own stuff. Like the ones that want to play video games will bring their own and play in their rooms.
What? Is this real?
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to have a gaming center and
try
we're
to
going to have
get
like
you
a
it.
pool hall and we're going to have a
Yes,
dope
I saw
cafeteria.
someone's-
Exactly what they're
I saw
doing.
someone's tweet that was
Like,
like,
they're
this is
eight-
like going on a college tour. And
Yeah.
like, look at all these activities
These
going.
are grown men with families and
Yeah.
like lives.
And
If you're a young kid in the NBA, sure. But like those, you're not really pulling any. That's so silly.
Well, let's get to the brass tacks about it.
Gaming center, pool hall,
I'm putting a link in there.
good
to the-
food is good. Like bringing in a DJ. Like what are the 100 basketball players just going to be dancing in the lobby?
And that's the problem, and I feel like nobody wants to say it because I feel like it could be a bad spin. But either these guys have families and want to spend time with them and live their normal lives, which is completely fair, or a lot of these NBA guys, there's a lot of stories about strip clubs and ladies. And so, I don't know.
Well, they have a 24-hour VIP concierge,
It's pretty big.
which
For
in
these-
Michael Scott's world, that means prostitutes.
Millionaires. Yes, it does. That's a really good app. a lot of good stuff there.
Ping pong, lawn games. Players can attend other games. Dude, that's funny.
I mean, I get it. Like, I appreciate what the NBA is doing.
It's like the NBA. It's like the Olympic Village minus the other sex.
girls.
Yeah.
One funny note about the ping pong setup specifically. I think they mandated like you
Yes.
have to do one-on-one ping pong.
No doubles ping
No
pong.
doubles. Like don't
Doubles
don't
ping
fuck
pong
around.
blows
It
anyway.
It sucks anyway.
Yeah.
But like
But
If
like,
anyone's like, let's play doubles in ping pong, you just point at them and go, you suck at ping pong. You can't play.
ooh, but they pick a 100-page guideline, and to get into some real sports, and it's been under the bus because MLB sucks so much about it, but like you're creating a new CBA on the fly, and that's been a nightmare for MLB. NBA is kind of trying to figure it out. And they've been close, but it's just funny that some lawyer who probably gets paid $1,200 per half hour had to write in, there will be no doubles ping pong. Whatever you were thinking about doing, no doubles.
What about billiards? Can they play like cutthroat?
I don't know if billiards is in there. I'd have to read the 100 pages.
I just know in general it's like on court, no rules basically, like normal basketball stuff, but anything off the court, they still have to like maintain social distancing and wear masks everywhere. And
I mean,
that's
this
where you
doesn't
can
sound fun.
call in violations and shit.
I mean, I think if we're being honest, these
If I was
guys
12, this sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think these guys just kind of want to know if they can get butt. Is that rude?
A lot of them. The single ones.
Whether it's their family butt or strange butt.
Oh, like family members can come? Yeah.
I mean, there's guys want to see their family. That's the two buckets. There's guys that want to see their family and do stuff. with their family because that's kind of life. And then there's guys, I mean, we have video of Kawhi Leonard attending a strip club, like silent robot Kawhi.
Yeah.
James Harden has some like very famous strip club stories.
The monitor I was going to get, BBD, with the webcam in it, has 2 stars out of 5 on Amazon. So, good thing I taking recommendations for all my tech nerds. BBD needs a monitor that can hook up with an HDMI to DisplayPort on a PC with a webcam attached. I don't know if they exist. I don't want to get the secondary webcam because it's just another fucking cord in a long line of cords. Anyway, yeah, I did sleepover camp at YMCA once. It was a blast. I was 12, though.
Yeah.
I actually got in a lot of trouble. And then my dad picked me up at like 5 a.m. And the camp counselor.
We're shocked.
No, that was the pickup time. Like, I made it to the end.
Right, but you got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I got in a lot of trouble because...
Oh, I know this story. And then you and your dad turned on the camp counselor.
My dad turned on the camp counselor immediately.
It's nice. It's huge.
It's huge. It's awesome feeling as a kid because the camp counselor is probably like a 15-year-old or 17-year-old. And so mad that I didn't go to sleep.
Right.
At the...
Partying.
At the 24-hour fun YMCA basketball ping pong forever.
Right.
Like, obviously, we're not going to sleep. We're playing ping pong. He's like, you have to go to sleep. No, we don't, dude. No. Otherwise, we would have just come here till midnight and went home.
Our parents actually probably prefer us more tired.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole goal.
So my dad drove in at like 5 a.m., and the guy was like, your son was a problem. He wouldn't go to sleep. My dad was like, why the fuck would he go to sleep?
Yeah.
Kids. You invited him here for 20. And the kid was just like dumbfounded. Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah, Dad. And then he was like, in the car. He's like, don't be an asshole.
Yeah. That's parenting 101.
Yeah, it's great.
Empower your kids and then tell them that they're cocksuckers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. All right, so the NBA stuff is funny. Kyrie Irving suggesting his Nets teammates that they start a new league. Did he really say that? I feel like everything Kyrie says gets misunderstood on purpose and spun on purpose, and it's getting so ridiculous that I feel like I'm starting to be a Kyrie sympathizer in a way.
And that's kind of where a lot of people are at right now. Like I think yesterday was the peak of Kyrie's fucking ridiculous, and it is at first because as we dove into a little bit yesterday, he's a vice president on the NBA's players union. Is that the best way to phrase it?
Yeah, he's one of the 6 vice presidents.
6 vice presidents. So you'll grow up and you'll learn vice president is pretty BS title. But B, he is one of the leaders of the players union. And yes, Kyrie wants to think differently and he goes out of his way to think differently, which I think is the problem sometimes when you go full flat earther and stuff like that. But at this point, it's gone so far that his reputation is just getting full out slandered that I guess he has kind of referenced around to people around the league just kind of the idea of, what if 15 of the top NBA players hit free agency at the same time and just started their own basketball team? So it's kind of this...
Team or league?
League.
It's not going to... I mean... The infrastructure, the production... what would you do? You say that, but play a game on Instagram Live?
We could very well be on this new age of, players are finding their voices. Look what's going on in Major League Baseball. They're shocked that the players stood up to them just to get paid the amount of money they're supposed to get paid per game. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's what Kyrie's hinting around. You're right, and I think it's something that we would naturally have a wall against because we haven't seen it in our lifetime. Right before us was USFL and stuff like that. The biggest attempt we've seen has been the XFL, which was run by Vince McMahon and literally encouraged concussions and stuff, which in hindsight, that wasn't great. But we haven't seen any real attempt to become a serious competitor of a league. And hey, if MLB shuts down for 2 years, you wonder how organized people can get. The NBA, I don't know. Like you're saying, I can't even process something like this until I see it, because the leagues are such huge entities. But I don't know. Was making me laugh on my train ride over, thinking about MLB owners being mad that the players won't play for their money, and we've referenced if they don't play baseball for 2 years, how the value of their teams will go down. what if the value of their team went to 0 and the league got shut out? It's a crazy pipeline to get there, but I don't know. Kyrie, yes, has some suck to him, but it's gone too far.
It's gone too far. Stop. Like, I don't know. Every time if you say Kyrie said, I just don't believe it. Like, I just think
it's become clickbait.
Yeah. Dude, Luke's running the Laughs from the Past Twitter account now. I didn't know that we posted this, but he found a thread where they said, like, what Julius Caesar would have looked like in real skin. And
real skin, baby.
It's creepy, man.
Ugh.
It's not what I wanted Julius Caesar to look like.
That's tough.
You know?
I mean, it feels like they went intentionally big up top.
Huge dome, small face.
Like, he has no jaw, but he's got, like, an alien brain.
Look at this.
That's unfair. BBD, do you like that? Is that something you're into?
Is that what you picture Julius Caesar looking like?
You sick fuck. Probably love it.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a person, but
Oh, it looks like a guy who works at Amazon.
yeah.
Like he helped found Amazon.
Yeah, it's old. I don't like it.
Doesn't look like,
I didn't like that.
one of the most famous dictators in the history of the world.
I don't like that.
Can you do your Roman voice for us?
Aldrick Rosas! Hit and run! Maximus!
Very funny response from our dude
James.
Justin Pennick to this. Pennick, I retweeted it.
Trips you up sometimes.
You saw me
Trips
watch
you up.
it. Just hilarious. Immediate reaction to the news was this.
Not good, not happy.
It's really good. So talking Giants, dude. New Giants coach, the judge. No nonsense.
Yeah.
We're a unit. Don't talk about an individual player to me. Address us as a team. No player has earned the right to be considered an individual player on this team. We're a unit. Boom, dude. He's got like so much. He's getting put through the ringer.
If I'm one of the other 50 teammates that hasn't gotten in trouble, I'm kind of being like, hey, I'm not a unit.
Yeah.
I didn't do that hit and run.
You guys are dude, the hit and run story is weird. So that it was a T-bone at an intersection. And I don't know if he ran the red light and got T-boned or if he T-boned.
Right.
Or he ran a red light and
Which
T-boned
part of
someone.
the
I don't know
bone?
which it was, but it was his fault. Apparently he was drunk. And he ditched the car, drove a little bit farther down, ditched the car, and then the cops found him walking like just bloodied up with no shoes on.
Not great. Not great. Yeah, Aldrick. Tough. Can't do that.
Oh my God, it's a whole thread Luke's doing.
Can't do that.
Do you want to see George Washington?
No. Slippery slope thread.
Just not bad. Well, you'd expect. We're talking
I'm showing the audience
Whoa.
Caesar now.
Believe that.
BBD's turning volume down a tiny bit. That scared the hell out of me.
I like it. I like him living in fear.
That was loud. Yeah, maybe there's a way that you can put my laptop screen on there too. We can figure that out.
We should learn that sooner or later.
Yeah, if you just go screen capture, desktop presenter, it should show up.
Desktop presenter. 6 to 8 MLB owners say they do not want a baseball season.
Give me the amount of owners that do. Because I think it's also 6 to 8, and then you have a bunch in limbo. And that's the scary part. And then it becomes like the House whip, you know?
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, but I think it's because you're right. Like if they were given 3 options on a test, it'd probably be 8, 12, and 8 or whatever the numbers
Depends.
come out to.
Yeah.
But I think in theory, there's 2 buttons, and the fact that 8 of them between yes or no say no is kind of more impactful.
It's bad. It's really bad.
It's not good.
It's really bad.
It's not good.
It's just crazy. Trev's going off.
Yeah, it's feeling it. Feeling the flow. Riding the ball.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I don't want to talk about it. We talked all about it on Talking Baseball, so go check
Go check
that
it out. Check it
let's-
out. Check it out.
Let's go to halftime.
Ooh, and Bob Nightingale said the All-Star game might be pushed back.
Oh, wow.
So
Brutal. Imagine they played the All-Star game, but no season. Season's canceled, but we are going to do the All-Star game.
that's what he had a tweet yesterday that was like, yeah, the All-Star game technically hasn't been canceled yet. It's like, dude.
That can't be real.
It's real.
He meant like the season.
He's unreal.
The MLB All-Star game is scheduled 1 month from today at Dodger Stadium. The game has yet to be officially canceled, but the blocked hotel rooms are now free with rates having plummeted. The game could be potentially moved to the offseason, but with no fan. That is where being an official journalist sucks.
Right.
Like, it is yet to be officially canceled, and the game could be potentially. You just have to put all these escape
Bob,
words in there. Like, dude, there's no fucking All-Star
We
game.
haven't played a baseball game.
Voting would have been going on.
I'm thinking it's canceled.
I think
I can report that.
Yeah, I think we can officially say
It's canceled.
the All-Star game will not be played in a month at Dodger
In
Stadium.
July, yes.
Yeah. What a weird tweet.
Weird guy.
Do you think he has like every 4 hours I got to put some news out there, and then just like what's something I can say?
I think he just tells the owners $1,000 per tweet, and I'll tweet anything you want.
Well, the owners were mad at him at one point because of a tweet. Dude, I'm actually very interested to see how he used his character limit. Okay. I saw that he put no space after periods between sentences. And I was like, he must have been running hard on character limit. So I copied and pasted his tweet. He used every single character, 0 spots left. And yes, he took out the spaces in between the sentences. I've never done that trick, and I think I like it.
You like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
Instead of just hunting down apostrophes and G's on the end of ings. I like that. So thanks to Bob Nightingale. Teaching me a trick.
I don't normally toot my own horn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at shortening a tweet.
Yeah, but some of your tweets are impossible to understand.
Okay, let's hear it. This is some good rude halftime fodder. If the whistle blew, I know you went for it. Didn't hear it blow.
Well, since you changed up your formatting and you use gaps now, it's been so much better.
Here we go.
But
backpedal, back.
No,
at the
I'm
track,
giving
at the wall.
I'm giving you props. It's been better. I mean, there was one tweet where like literally 0 people understood it, and I had to be like, "Hey, I get what he's saying, but I speak Jake."
And that tweet was rude, and a lot of my fans understood it.
No, it was something weird.
Yeah, just telling you. I mean, we're 30 seconds into halftime. No evidence presented.
Well, I mean, it's from a while ago.
Oh.
It was something about, dude, it was some weird stat you pulled. I'm trying to find...
People don't like people don't like your grays, but they're gone. You don't hear me talking about them.
What? People don't like my grays?
I've had people tell me.
That they don't like my gray hair?
They like you now brown.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I don't understand how this plays.
SMH. State, David?
Yes, I do have a state. Today's state is New Jersey.
Okay.
Talked about Kimmy Schmidt. That's near New Jersey because she's in the city. We also
Near New
talked.
Jersey.
We also talked about.
Facts.
Well, I don't like to repeat states. I
Right.
think I've
We've done New York.
We talked about Julius Caesar, and I grew up studying Latin and therefore Rome, and I grew up in New Jersey. We talked about Aldrick Rosas. The New York Giants play in New Jersey.
Are you a Jersey proud guy, BBD?
Before we get there, Chris Dalia was born in New Jersey.
Really? How about that?
I Googled that this morning. Define proud.
Okay.
Because
I think you
I'm not
answered the
proud of
question.
anything
I think you answered the question.
about myself, but sure.
If someone asks where you're from, do you say New York?
I say in college, I would say the part of New Jersey that's New York City's parking lot.
Okay.
But then that made some people mad. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's fair. Good job.
To your credit, you did start this tweet with hashtag JakeBrain. So you're fair warning. But yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to go full Jake brain, I'm going to warn
It was this stat, which I understood what you're trying to say, but all the responses were like, what? What? What are you saying?
A lot of info in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were trying to say that there's not a lot of stud pitchers
the Final Four baseball teams last year. Nobody knows what that tweet means. No, it's an impactful tweet about starting pitching and how little the Yankees truly had.
Yes, out of the 4 remaining teams, the Yankees only had 1 pitcher that had 10, was in the top 10 for starting
on their
pitcher
team
WAR.
in WAR.
Yes.
On their team.
Okay.
Everybody else had horses. Yankees did not. And they signed Garrett Cole, and it would be so cool to talk about baseball sometime.
Cole's pitching, man. Bullpen
Yeah.
session.
In the stadium. Cole's pitching in the Bronx.
Throwing off. It looked like he was pitching off the visitors' bullpen. Or do I just have my brain flipped?
It looked like that side.
It did, right?
But maybe I've just never seen that angle.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was the visitor side. That's the bullpen he's been in before.
Right
Imagine
field?
if it looked like the left field one.
I'm having trouble picturing the video.
All right, here it is.
Okay. Let's see.
And I don't really remember this, so it could be very. No, that's the Yankees one. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah.
Whew.
Thank God. Otherwise,
Close call.
the clickbait there. Cole prefers the visitors' bullpen.
Jeez.
Would have been a nightmare. I don't know if we've gotten any desktop suggestions for halftime, but need one. This one, the other one with the webcam's got 3 stars. Only 10 reviews though. Just want a webcam, guys. So many cords and ports. I don't want to add more. Anything else you want? We still didn't fix this camera, huh? Let's do that before we record laughs after this.
Let's do it.
To the news we go.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A student got bitten by a fox. I just gave it a pat and he chomped my hand, said the student. Swiss authorities are searching for a person who left $191,000 in gold bars on a train. Why? Let them be. They didn't want it. They just donated the money to the train. Can't anyone donate to trains anymore?
Let them find you.
An eBay executive, multiple eBay executives sent live cockroaches and a bloody pig mask to a couple as part of a harassment campaign. I didn't know eBay was running harassment campaigns, so that's the news to me. eBay runs harassment campaigns. I'd love to hear about other ones. Airlines are banning alcohol on planes in response to COVID-19. Japanese police say that heat stroke caused the death of a woman found with scissors in her head. What? Is this like a joke because the police killed her with scissors and they're claiming heat stroke, or is she crazy? Whatever. We'll get into it. To be a tenant is a sin. When you have a landlord, you have lords, says a Nigerian pastor. Heavy.
I read the news today, oh boy.
All right, so
A lot of misdirection headlines today.
yeah, a lot of like
of
we need to
misdirection.
get a little deeper. What do you want to start with? The most normal one seems to be the dude who tried to pet a fox and the fox bit him.
I mean, that's an A plus B equals C.
Don't pet a fox.
Don't try to pet a fox.
My reoccurring dream, like when I was little, it was jumping and never landing, or falling and never landing tall buildings, is getting bit by an animal. Like I have dreams where an animal just grabs my hand, I can't let go.
We're going to have to call timeout because
Okay.
this fox is cute as shit.
Okay.
Everyone in this room, and you're not a big animal guy, would try to pet this fox.
It's kind of cute, but it's a wild fox.
That's a cute fox. It's on campus.
It's bit 3 students.
Yeah. Get that? Same.
Were you able to put it on screen, BBD? It's a cute fox.
It's a cute fox.
Did
getting it.
my thing ever work?
I hit the desktop suggestion thing, but it
If you go screen capture, desktop presenter, we can do it afterwards. Liz Willer, a 20-year-old computer engineer student, was walking home through campus at 10 p.m. on Saturday when she spotted a fox. Computer engineer, you know?
Yeah.
Not street smarts.
Tough. Tough break right there.
I thought, oh, that's really cool. And then it started walking towards me with intent. I thought I could maybe help it, so I gave it a pat, and he chomped my hand. Oh, there's a video of it? There's a video of this, Jake. And
oh, my God. Yeah, Team Fox. Team Fox.
It is a cute fox. And they're videoing, like, petting a wild fox. Oh, my God. Are you dumb? That's not even a bite.
The fox didn't bite this human. The human put their hands in the fox's mouth.
Also, if you watch my dude...
It wasn't a pet either.
If you watch my dude, Zach George, I think that was his name.
Sure. Zach George.
He lets you know, hey, dogs and these creatures, their mouth is not just for biting and eating. That's
Sure.
how they feel things.
Yeah.
That's where. So when you put your hand in front of an animal that doesn't have hands and it wants to know, like, hey, what are you all about? It
Right.
uses its...
Probably going to
It
use
didn't
its
even
mouth.
hurt her.
No.
Shut up.
Team Fox.
Team Fox all the way. Swiss authorities search for a person who left $191,000 worth of gold on a train. Why? I mean, I get
here's my
why,
thing.
but
I mean, if you told me to guess the price of one gold bar, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you told me a gold bar cost $191K, I think I'd be like, oh, sure.
one gold bar.
Yeah. I mean, just a solid gold bar? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. But, like...
Because, I mean, if I brought in a bag, a cooler or something filled with gold bars, it'd be like, oh, we're millionaires. So I don't know. And in my head, it's funny if there was just one gold bar sitting. But if gold bars aren't that valuable, I'm kind of over them.
Gold price today. I'm interested in what you're saying. Like, I would have thought, well, how many gold bars did he leave?
Right.
That's what we need to know. Because maybe it is just one bar.
And I think that's hilarious. If you just left one gold bar.
The article says that,
Oops.
They're saying this was a forgetful individual, which I don't buy. I think it was a handoff gone wrong, or like they stumbled into money and they're like, I just need this out of my life. It's got bad vibes to it.
Know what this could have been? So if gold bars is hyperlinked in there, and it just links to another CNN article, which makes me think this is just like fluffing their stats.
Oh, yeah. A lot of articles do that. They link to other articles.
Yeah.
A spokesperson... No. The officials say the owner has 5 years to make the claim. So now you're going to get people claiming this.
I'll throw a claim in there. I don't know.
It looks like each gold bar is worth $100. On the picture they're giving us, 99.9.
Right, but what's that?
That can't be.
That's not right. I want to dive into that.
How much is a fucking gold bar?
Because, I mean, there's like, isn't an old American dollar worth $8 now or something?
All right, what about we do
Not a numbers guy.
gold price per pound?
How much is a gold bar worth?
I tried that. Gold price today comes up.
I want a gold bar. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say it.
Just like if I get a man cave in the basement one day or something like that, just be like, yeah, this is a fucking gold bar. I don't know.
This is very frustrating. They're giving me graphs that I don't understand. It's like, just tell me how much a gold bar is worth.
Like,
Just
that's what's
goddamn.
so dumb about it. So you've got all the Google like fake links that pop up or whatever. So people ask for how much is a bar of gold worth in 2019. As of May 6, 2019, it is approximately worth $10.325 million. And it's like, okay, well,
I guess, like, what size?
Ben
is the gold
Gardy
bar?
in the chat says 25 grand for a gold bar, and I believe him there. So
like that
if-
seems like a good number.
If this bag had 8
Feels
gold
right.
bars, and that equals around 200K, or say it had 7 or 6,
Yeah.
that logically makes sense.
I'm
in my
here
brain.
for that.
All right, thanks, Ben Gardy in the chat. We're out.
It's Ben Gardy in the chat.
Let's talk about these eBay executive harassment campaigns.
This one really got you on the way in, which I like.
It's just like eBay's harassing people? Why? 6 former employees of eBay have been charged with cyberstalking for allegedly waging a harassment campaign against the Natick, Massachusetts couple behind an online newsletter that criticized the e-commerce company. In a news conference, U.S. Attorney Andrew Lelling said Monday the former employee sent menacing packages to the couple's home, including a bloody pig mask, to deter them. What's that? That's a Google I have to do. To deter them from writing critically about the San Jose, California-based company. Hey, eBay, you fucking suck. No one shop at eBay.
I'm not telling you that. That's Jimmy O'Brien. James O'Brien.
eBay blows.
James O'Brien. Team eBay.
eBay. No, I'm trying to get us a pig mask.
I'm trying to get it sponsored by eBay.
What's eBay stand for?
Electronic bays.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was really onto something at the start, huh?
Yeah, I was like, okay, he's got this. He knows.
If you start with an E, I'm all
It could
over
just be
it.
electronic bay. Like it's
What
a hub
does
of electronics.
That's
eBay-
exactly what it is. Electronic bay.
That's what I said.
Well, you said bays.
You said bays plural.
Yeah, which makes it
Well,
wrong.
in theory, it is bays, right? Like there's a shopping area. There's,
No, it's just
there's sports. There's
it's just one
men's
bay.
clothes.
Those are sections of the bay.
Sections of the bay. I mean, what's a bay? What is a bay?
A bay
Big day
is like
for
an
us.
ocean or a river where it like
Swim in the ocean,
where it, like, borders
hear me
up.
now.
like
Swim
the
in
end of a
ocean,
stream.
hear me now.
or an inlet.
I wanna swim.
A body of water
away,
connected to a
don't
larger
know.
body of water.
A broad inlet of the sea where land curves inward.
Inlet.
Swim in the ocean.
Swim in the ocean. Walk on the stones. Blood becomes water. I don't know. What is that song?
If you,
That's a real song, right?
what was the last thing you looked for that would have been on eBay?
Oh, a book.
Okay, yeah.
Like sometimes book prices on Amazon are so crazy, and I'd rather go to eBay and
Right.
buy a used one.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I'm just like, I mean, again, this is a while ago, but like a rare sports jersey or something like that. Kind of a one of a kind. Not one of a kind, but
That song that I just sang is by the band Toad the Wet Sprocket. Such a 90s song. Good song. Anyway.
no, it's ridiculous. I know we do this every now and
Harassment
then.
campaigns.
Harassment campaigns. I mean, that's kind of it's not like eBay pushed the harassment campaign. This was a couple people who worked alone, right? Or maybe is that the case?
We didn't get to the end of it.
Because, dude, so, I Googled bay. What is a bay? So, when Google checks my algorithm, a little curveball in there. But it's funny because it's what people also search for.
The company's middle-aged. Does that change your opinion on it?
No.
Okay. Because what's that mean? 30 to 60?
Sure.
Are we middle-aged? Yeah.
25. Maybe it's different for companies. So, people also search for, when you search bay, is cape, peninsula, cove, sea, strait. And these are all words that I feel like, I probably learned for a week or 2 weeks in some sort of geography class. I mean, it just goes to show I don't need to know any of that almost ever. And some of the life skills they don't teach you. I can barely talk.
They teach the wrong things. That's what you're trying to say. They need more life skills.
Bay, cape, peninsula, sea, cove.
I know all those.
Right? Because we kind of learned them.
You saw that thing that went viral that was like every type of land, like the big
Yeah.
map. That was cool.
That was kind of cool. Plateaus.
I talked about a strait on Morning today.
We should do some office-wide quizzes.
We want to do like we were gonna do. Maybe Katie could set it up now. We were gonna do Friday competitions and like for the Patreon behind the scenes and like have a leaderboard and like dumb shit like Office Olympics with Creed.
Right.
Like throw this dart.
Label this map.
Yes. Yeah. We had a lot of ideas for that, but Corona hit. And all
Just
that.
find like bunch of 7th grade quizzes. Because we're smarter than a 5th grader, bro.
Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Like a modern 5th grader? I don't think so.
I'm Jeff Foxworthy.
Like me head to head with a modern.
There's 5th graders that
Fifth
know.
grader
There's
would
definitely
roast me.
but yes, a
Yeah.
5th grader. There's stuff a 5th grader knows that I don't know.
Right.
And if you
And vice versa.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is fair.
I'm pretty sure that's the point of the game.
Some of them don't even know how babies come to be.
I mean, depending how much info you want. I'm probably closer to the 5th grader.
I'll show you some videos.
Okay, let's do it. Got that screen share going.
Yo, dude, so this harassment campaign wasn't just some employees at eBay. It was James Bao, eBay's former senior director of safety and security. Stephanie Pop. Bao and Pop is a great duo.
Come on.
Senior manager of global intelligence. Stephanie Stockwell, an intelligence analyst. Veronica Z, a contractor. So, like, that's what we were thinking they were all going to be. Brian Gilbert, a senior manager of special operations. So it was like the head table.
I'm taking the contractor out of it because if anyone doesn't care about eBay, it's the contractor.
Yes.
So
she's like, don't lump me in with the Stephanies and those dicks.
Just because I delivered the bloody pig head that I killed myself. Is it a real? Did we ever get if it's a real?
No,
pig?
It's a Halloween mask. But they did. They
Soft.
did send fly larvae, spiders, and a box of live cockroaches.
That's when you know, like, people too smart got involved. Like, you just send one gross thing and it gets the message across.
A sympathy wreath on the occasion of the death of a loved one.
Sympathy wreath.
Like a passive aggressive sorry for your loss wreath from the people who are also sending you cockroaches.
So this is to the same person?
Yeah, it's a middle-aged couple that they're targeting. They send all of these to them.
Yikes.
A book of advice on how to survive the death of a spouse. And pornography sent to neighbors under the couple's name.
Could be nice.
Pornography sent to the neighbors under the couple's name. You know, these guys are fucked up. It's a fucked up crew at eBay. Like, you guys are diabolical.
It's not nice.
That was a prank that I know someone pulled in high school where they signed up for Playboy under their friend's name and address and had it delivered to his house, and he had to be like,
yeah.
That's a good prank. If anyone's in high school, pull that prank. That's funny.
That's a good prank.
But they don't even have nudity in Playboy anymore.
I have a story related to that.
Okay, what is it?
My friends and I, freshman year of college, we went in on a Playboy subscription together, and it was right when they switched to no more nudity.
Clean.
We got one nudity subscription.
You got the last nudes.
Done. Yeah, they went back to them eventually, but my subscription had run out.
Did you read the articles?
Yeah, sometimes.
I read a Paul Rudd interview in a Playboy once in high school. Because, like, we bought them as, like, you just think, like, oh, let's get Playboys. It's so cool. And then you just put them underneath your sink, and you're like, oh, I don't fucking care about these at all. The internet exists, and, like,
just those
videos.
JC Penney mags would do it for me.
But it was Paul Rudd just shitting on Hollywood.
Has Hugh Hefner aged well?
He's dead. So I don't know what you mean by that.
Just like the legacy of Hugh Hefner and Playboy and all that. Because, like,
I think
the modern day Hugh Hefner is Dan Bilzerian, and he's awful and everyone hates him, right?
But Hugh did a lot of good with his bad. Like,
so Hugh's still in good holding?
Yeah, and I think, you know, I don't know.
Right?
I don't know enough to talk on it. But I know that, you know, of his day, people of Bilzerian's day don't like him.
Right.
Of his day and time, a lot of people liked Hugh. So but I have no idea.
Hugh Hefner, well liked. A lot of good Google searches today.
I mean, creepy fucking life. No doubt about that.
It's a creepy life. 16 most bizarre facts about Hugh Hefner. You keep going. I'll see if I got anything good here.
Airline bans alcohol on planes in response to COVID. I know we don't have to say this because it's been said a lot, but the whole people on airplanes that are refusing to wear masks on a plane, but fucking have a body scan and put all their belongings through security and sign away, like, their life to get on this plane. Like, they can, like, be seen naked through this. Like, that's not a violation of your privacy?
Right.
And you know, a lot of people have made this point, but, like, if you sit next to someone on a plane with a mask on, just let them know. You know what you did to get on this seat?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of worse things than wearing a fucking mask.
And I will spin it back to the airlines a little bit, where it's get a little more creative with the people because people are dumb. So, like, have a maskless section on, like, the back of the plane, and, like, go check out the crew that's back there.
Like the smokers in the back. That was so dumb. Society's so dumb.
Yeah.
Put smoking sections in a restaurant as if it doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah. Right in the back. But
BBD, you're too young for that. That's like we were barely at the tail end of smoking sections in restaurants.
Yeah, I never had that.
Isn't it bizarre? Also, vending machines in restaurants that had cigarettes in them were like a big thing, and they had this weird look to them. They were like more of like a jukebox, like small and square instead of like tall and rectangular.
I feel like I've seen those like machines, but obviously not for like selling cigarettes.
Yeah,
Tasted like cigarettes.
shake tastes like cigarettes. Yeah, dude, look at how old these are. They're called Fawn Fleetwood Pulse Cigarette and Gum Vending Machine.
Hugh Hefner waited.
You can buy one on eBay for $600.
Waited till marriage before having sex, and then his first wife cheated on him.
So that's why he can never commit.
How about that? I think, well, either he never commit or he always overcommitted.
Dude, do you want to buy one of these old cigarette vending machines for the office? $500.
Like, kind of.
Funny story about my dad. He just came home one day when they were living in New Jersey and 3 young kids with a jukebox, like full of records and shit. My mom was like, "Why'd you get this?"
Yeah.
It's a used jukebox. And my dad, I think he had big ideas to like rent it out for parties and shit.
Sure.
And eventually they realized it's a lot of money to like keep records in there and
Yeah.
stuff. But we had a jukebox in our garage.
How about that?
Yeah. It's kind of such a, like a, probably like was working. My parents didn't have a lot of money at that time. But so funny to be like, honey, I got a juke. It's a sitcom. Honey, I got a jukebox. And like, it's going to get an episode, like the jukebox of a sitcom. And the wife's just like, what the fuck are we going to do with that? He's like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to rent it out.
Staying, yeah.
Yeah. And at the end, the jukebox is like in the trash. And that's the final shot of the episode.
It's good.
Yeah, it was good. I just wrote that. So
Hugh Hefner holds a Guinness World Record for scrapbooking.
I mean, what the fuck does that mean?
In 2011, he was inscribed into the record books as having the largest personal scrapbooking collection in the world.
What does that mean? And how do they gauge it? Someone has to beat that somewhere, like some fucking hoarder, like an organized hoarder.
I think those are kind of opposites.
I'm kind of that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You don't have a bigger scrapbook than Hugh Hefner.
Not yet,
And you
but I
just
make
labeled yourself
a
that way.
scrapbook for Katie every year. I
Okay.
take all the pictures from the year on my
Those
phone.
are 2 different scrapbooks.
So you're saying he has one scrapbook?
From what I've
It's not.
been
He
told,
doesn't have the biggest collection. He just has one scrapbook.
having the largest personal scrapbooking collection. So
Yeah.
it's the total.
Total. Okay. I make one every year for Katie. I just take all the pictures from the year on my phone. I go to CVS. I print them out
Sure.
so they're nice. And then
I'm saying you're not in Hugh's league, man.
Well, I'll
To
get
think
there.
you're in
Dude, I'm
Hugh's
young.
league.
How old is he when he died?
I mean, this was in 2011, so he's probably 70. But I mean, I think Hugh's making more than one per year.
Well, I'll get there. You know, actually, couldn't even finish the one last year because I didn't have any money. It was too expensive. But now that
Jeez.
I'm not living off $300 a week, I can make Katie another scrapbook and do every year. It's more for me than her, but she likes it. Because when we go to my mom's house, she has the photo albums.
Sure.
And those aren't going to exist in a while because everyone just has everything digitally.
Right.
But there's something so cool about like 2009.
They'll
and
come back.
Flipping through. So like
They'll
I'm
come back.
definitely planning
It's a
on
cycle.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a while. An organized hoarder is just like a library, which is, if you look at his scrapbook room, it's just a library full of scrapbooks. And it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Probably every party they held at the house has a scrapbook and that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yes.
So I don't think you're touching Hugh. I'd like you to give him a little more respect on the scrapbook.
No, I'm
right?
just.
I respect your scrapbook.
I'm seeing it now, and I think it's like
Okay.
it's like goals.
Thank you.
Hashtag goals.
But it's not.
Probably
That's not your
so
goal.
many fucked up pictures of celebrities in those books if they were just like blacked
yeah.
out. You know, like when we would have parties in college, I would have my camera. I
Sure.
say take 5 pictures and pass it to someone else. They have to
Right.
take 5 pictures. At the end of the night, you'd have some weird, fun pictures. Because you have different photographers behind the camera, so you got
Right.
different shit.
Different pieces of art.
Yeah, dude, there's probably some fucked up pictures in the scrapbooks. Those will sell and be available to the public, and that's going to be awesome.
Jimmy.
I'm excited about that.
I don't think they will. I think they stay with the house.
You can see some pictures of them now. This one's written in Chinese. What the fuck? Not Chinese, just not English.
Okay.
What's the next story? Japan. This is the one where they said she died of heat stroke, but there's scissors in her head. I don't. This is where it's really confusing. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing coming into this story that it's a little bit of a headline to have a headline, but it's one of those, somebody if somebody starved to death, but they also had, I don't know, cancer.
This
AIDS?
lady clearly got stabbed in the head and murdered, and the police said it was heat stroke. But she was laying down, and there were scissors coming out of her temple.
Well, I wonder if she was like, okay, say she was in a room that was really hot. The scissors are in her head. Could she technically die of heat stroke?
She was just living with. She was like Happy Gilmore's boss, just living with a nail in his head.
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay.
Not, I wouldn't say living that way.
Surviving.
Like, she got stabbed in the head, but technically, like, say she got stabbed in the head, but it didn't kill her for 5 days, but she couldn't get water. Like, does she die of dehydration, or does she die because she got stabbed in her head? Like, I don't know how that process works.
It's kind of like the old trick, like AIDS didn't kill anyone. You had the disease, and then the common cold
Something got
plus
you.
the AIDS.
Right.
Stuff like that. I think this girl got murdered, though.
Okay.
'Cause she had
Scissors in the head is a
scissors.
big one.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she fell on scissors. Who knows?
Tough to say.
Hey, Luke. We need a recording
Just
light,
a
I
recording
guess.
studio. So,
Do you need anything?
see you later. Nice
Okay.
blonde highlights.
Laughs, technically, you were supposed to start recording 20 minutes ago.
Oh, we're late for laughs. That's why you're coming? All right. Well, we're going to do bet of the day. I got something on
Say it.
I got something on this Nigerian pastor who said that to be a tenant is a sin. When you have a landlord, you have two lords.
Two lords.
I
Some
read
good wordplay.
It is good
Respect
word.
that.
I read a whole thing about like
that.
socialist Twitter, and it was like these young kids who haven't like lived life yet.
Right.
On, at least where I saw what was coming from on Twitter, and they were saying that like all landlords are assholes because they're a fan of socialism. Like you shouldn't have to pay to have a roof over
live.
your head. The country should provide
Living
that.
is a right.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, people believe that? It's crazy.
Okay.
Like they were like mad at this kid. They're like, "No, you're a piece of shit because you're a landlord." He's like, "Dude, I own an apartment. I rent it out.
Right.
Like I'm really nice to my tenants, but like it's a business.
Right.
I own it. I'm like it's capitalism." And they're like, "No, you're a fucking asshole." And I was like, "Whoa, your guys are being mean."
Yeah. If they really believe in it.
You like capitalism?
I'm for it, yeah. Make some money, right?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some bad sides.
I mean, I
bad sides of anything.
I kind of get their argument. I mean, you know, if you're deserved health care or you deserved a roof over your head.
Is there a
get it.
section of the brain where you're like, I like capitalism. I'm a democracy's not great. What am I?
You've been pushing your democracy isn't
I know,
great
I'm
lately.
joking. Democracy's great, but it's just a fun joke to say.
Yeah. Kinda. Watch out when he starts joking a lot.
Fuck you, eBay.
I mean, I do have Team eBay. I do have a like in my head.
In my head.
I don't understand, and people call me a socialist, but like a utopia. Like we have all the resources, we have money, we have food. Like why don't we all just figure it out and like live happy and stuff? But I think that makes me like. If I fully believe that, I'm pure socialist.
You're socialist,
Yeah.
dude.
I don't know. Like, should people eat? Yeah.
People helping people is nice. You know?
Yeah. Like, we have big houses and stuff. Like,
Until you start making money and they fucking take your taxes.
build
and
a
you're
big
"That's how much
house for
fucking money
everyone.
you take from
Why
me?"
not?
The first time I saw my taxes, I was like, what the fuck? I think I'm a Republican now.
like, how about we tell people, you know, I don't know, if you're poor, we'll build you a house. Go live in South Dakota.
I think that's kind of what happens.
I don't know.
Like, you know, there's towns in Texas where it's like, you only got $200, but you want to live in a mansion? Here you go.
Something like that.
Something
like that, but not exactly like that at all.
Not exactly, but something like
But
that.
something like that, but not even that.
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
I mean, I get it kind of doesn't work because then, like, you know, people still got a doctor and people
They
gotta
just
do-
go. They just
people
go there
gotta
and
clean
they
poop.
just go there and they turn it to shit. And you're like, we didn't build this for you to not take care of it.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
The history of
I think that'll be valuable. They'll value it.
the history of
Shantytown
projects
Sure.
is really cool.
Okay.
And they were like, if you have a shared hallway that goes up 10 stories, no one's gonna care about it.
Right.
Everyone just gonna, because no one considers it their hallway,
Right.
their staircase. But if you build projects like they had in New Britain and where they have in Yonkers, which is where they implemented this, where it's like single story and there's a porch and that's your porch, people care about it, so they'll keep it cleaner. There's very interesting psychology behind project building. Anyway, bet of the day. It is the bet of the day. Yesterday, Jake said that Bayern Munich was going to hit the over, or Werder and Bayern Munich were both going to hit the over. It was 3.5. The game was on in the office, and guess what? Jakey made a huge mistake, and I followed him into the fire. Bayern Munich only wins 1-0. We're coming scarily close to your record in Bundesliga, becoming 500. I think the fake numbers were 5-2, and then you went 5-1, and you went 0 for 3.
Yeah.
I think you're now 500.
I'm either
or less.
500 or I'm one game over 500. But it's good news.
Yep.
Sports are coming back. This is pretty loud. Sports are coming back in a big way, and we are a soccer company now. And the English Premier League is back today, which is huge news. And yeah, dude, the Bayern game was horseshit yesterday. It was an absolute downpour. Awful conditions. Miserable.
Well, you should have known that.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I can't predict the weather, Jim. This guy.
Weather.com.
Premier
One
League.
of my favorite URLs. I've said that every time I think
I've
about
said
it.
that every time.
I know, we agree. Weather. Weather.com.
Thank you, weather.com and eBay. Let's go to...
Don't use eBay.
Let's all go to the movies.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. I bet BBD doesn't know what that is either.
No, and he shouldn't, and nobody else should. But what they should know... How about Aston Villa versus Sheffield United this afternoon?
What league?
The Premier League, baby.
It's
We're
back?
Yes. Other
Officially?
sports leagues have figured it out.
Hold on.
Just stupid fucking America.
Hold on.
This is America. Whoop. Socialist. Bernie. Blah. Utopia.
Jeez.
What were you saying?
Shoots himself in the wiener. I was saying that we need to find out your record in Bundesliga, because if you're 1 over 500, I'm totally for you ditching.
Done. Yeah.
But you might be 1 under 500.
I
I
don't
think
think
you were
so.
5-2. You went 0-3. That's 5-5, and then you lost yesterday, which would be 5-6.
We'll check out the numbers on it. BBD, you're on that still.
Yeah.
Week 2 on that.
Or someone who
Bubak.
it works a 9 to 5 and wants to kill an hour. Go check out all of
Aston
his
Villa.
Bundesliga. What's Jake's record?
Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. And Jim, these two teams don't do it for me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Well,
Ast-
I don't like Aston Villa because they're an enemy of Boing Boing.
The West Brom.
West Brom baggies. Fuck the Vile. Fuck the... I think that's the chant. I think they call him the Vile.
I'm going under here. I think both these teams are soft. Over-under's 2.5, which is low, and they're predicting that. The betting numbers don't add up. Like, the number on Aston Villa to win is a good payout. The number on Sheffield United to win is a good payout. And the draw is a good payout. I almost went draw. I'd sprinkle a little cheese on draw, but I'm going under 2.5.
Okay.
This is like a 0-0 or 1-0. This is going to be
This is awesome, dude. They haven't played since March 7th.
This is going to be, if we were big on Prem League Twitter, this game would be like, Prem League's back. Oh, look how bad this game is. And then the later game, Man City Arsenal would be good. But yeah.
Sack a manager.
Oof.
You know, 1 game back after quarantine.
Sack a manager.
He's sacked. That's a great term we don't use any
Sack
here.
a manager.
Yeah, dude, the Vile suck. They're in 19th place. And, you know, as a diehard West Brom Albion fan, boing boing, I cannot and will not take the Vile. So what was yours again? You're taking...
It's the under.
The under, okay.
The under.
So
You get very caught up in the team sometimes.
the under. But what was our strategy with the first Bundesliga game? Because you took an over and under, and we were saying that defense was going to be bad and offense was going to be good, right?
Yes, but that was the Bundesliga. This is the Prem League. The best defenders in the world. The offense isn't going to be clicking. The defense is going to be strong.
I like that.
Yeah.
Where's this game being played?
Yes, absolutely.
We got to check the weather. We got weathered yesterday. We're not going to check it today.
Jim, I can't predict the weather.
Fuck. Dude, it's today at 1 o'clock, which is in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Going to have it on the screen, on the big screen.
Tell me where it's being played.
Tell me when to call. Tell me when
I
to
don't
call.
know. Whatever. I'm just fucking... No, I'm not agreeing with you.
Okay.
Jakey, about to make a big mistake.
You're 0 for your last 4, so I got to... I mean, it's no disrespect to you.
It is. It's straight disrespect.
But
and
you
that's fine.
you got to understand.
And that's fine. I get
been
it.
following you into the fire, which is our new band name. Follow us into the fire.
You're not following me into the fire.
Not anymore. Yeah,
Today's
no.
game's in Birmingham, England.
Oh, that's badass. Middle England.
Thanks, guys, for listening. Jimmy agrees or disagrees.
I disagreed. I played the soundbite.
Thank you.
Birmingham weather, 70 degrees and sunny. So perfect conditions for some sports. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Don't shop at eBay.
Get some eBay.